Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And today we have a bit of a kind of random deck. I was kind of just sitting around and I hopped into my Discord and I told everybody, I was like, you know what? I really want to play a deck that has Muxus in it. But not just Muxus. I don't want to just play goblins, obviously. I want to, do something fun and janky with it and see how much fun we can have. And yeah, this is what we came up with. But real quick though, before we hop into today's deck, want to remind everybody, if you enjoy the channel and the video, please just like, comment, subscribe, and check out all those cool links down below. So with that being said, let's just hop right into today's deck, and we are calling it Arcane Terror. So again, I was in the Discord and I was telling all my friends in there, I was like, hey, I really want to play Muxus, but I don't want to play goblins. So I figure, you know what? If we're playing a Muxus deck, we need a way to search out Muxus. So it's acceptable at that point to play one other goblin in your deck, which would be Goblin Matron, to search out Muxus. But again, no other goblins. We're not playing goblins that give haste. We're not playing goblins that buff other goblins. But we are playing something that makes everything goblins in the form of Arcane Adaptation. So this 3-mana enchantment, it says, when it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and the creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So cards in our graveyard, cards in our hand, cards in our library, cards in exile. Basically, wherever the creature is, it's also going to be a goblin as long as we name goblins. So with that being said, we really need to pay attention to what Muxus says. Because, Muxus usually, you drop Muxus and you see all of the tiny little, 3-mana, 2-mana, sometimes the occasional 4-mana goblin hitting the battlefield, but it actually says put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield. That's on the bottom of your library in a random order. So what can we do with this? Well, we can do some pretty funny and pretty crazy things. What we're really going to be doing is we are going to be trying to Terror of the Peaks our opponents out of this game. Again, Terror of the Peaks is a really, really busted, it's a really powerful card in M21. The 5-mana 5/4 flying dragon. It does have a slight evasion where it says spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life. But what we're really caring about, obviously, what we always care about on this card is it says whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to the creature's power to any target. So we're really trying to use Muxus as a crazy Genesis ultimatum, so to speak, or a crazy, collected company, but, on steroids. So what's going to happen is we are going to play Muxus. We're going to look at 6 cards, and we are going to play as many of our creatures into play for free. Obviously, the only thing we can't hit is Muxus. We can't really chain Muxus together. Or can we chain Muxus together? Well, Muxus does cost 6. However, fun clone effects only cost usually 4 or less. So we have 4 copies of Spark Double to copy Muxus when it comes into play. We have a couple copies of Vizier of Many Faces, to copy it whenever it comes into play. And then we also have 3 Glasspool Mimics to copy it when it comes into play. So we have a bunch of just copy effects, 9 to be specific, to copy Muxus. So that is pretty cool. And on top of that, when Arcane Adaptation is on goblins and we cast Goblin Matron, all of these creatures are also goblins. So we can just go get whatever creature we want out of our deck, which is really going to be fun. So Goblin Matron really becomes a really powerful tutor at that point. So we have a bunch of clone effects: Spark Double, Vizier, Glasspool Mimic. We have 1 copy of Thassa. I wasn't really sure about this one. So we are just going to kind of leave it in. And then the other creatures we have in play is we have 1 copy of Perforos. So Perforos is going to allow us to give all other creatures we control haste. So if we can't just kill them with the Terror of the Peaks, it's very possible that maybe Muxus into just some of our other copies of Muxus or something else. With this as being a goblin god at that point, it's just going to give everything haste where you just swing in for the win. Don't know if it's going to happen, but it is going to be kind of fun to see. And again, it's just a 1 of. It's not an 8 of like the goblin decks typically play. So, and then we have a couple copies of Demanding Dragon. So this is a really interesting card. I decided to throw in. It's a 5-mana 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target opponent unless they sacrifice a creature. So so they can sacrifice a creature to get around this, but at that point, with the Terror of the Peaks in play, they're still going to take 5 no matter what. So this has the potential to hit for 10 when it comes into play if a Terror of the Peaks is in play and they don't have any other creatures. So yeah, it's really just going to be up to our opponent at that point. And then lastly, we do have 4 copies of Mind Stone in our deck. Obviously for ramp, we do want to be ramping in this deck because we do have to get up to 6 mana. Ideally, we probably play, turn 2 Mind Stone, turn 3 Arcane Adaptation on Goblins. Maybe we, turn 3 Mind Stone, the second Mind Stone, Arcane Adaptation on Goblins, and then the following turn we Muxus. I mean, that would be a really crazy draw. But last but not least, we do have 4 copies of Storm's Wrath. So Storm's Wrath obviously is a removal spell. This is solely intended, though, to wipe our opponent's board. We're not really trying to win until we play Muxus, so we're not really going to be looking at dropping a bunch of creatures in play, to Storm's Wrath away, because that would just be such a non-bow. We could safely, though, drop Thassa and Perforos because they are indestructible, and they're not creatures unless they have our Devotion. But again, even if they did have Devotion and those other creatures that die, they're indestructible. But yeah, and I do want to let you guys know. So this was a deck. This is not how we typically do decks like this, but because I wanted to play this, and because we went into Discord with the idea and we were bouncing, some ideas. Somebody had given us a list. So, I do typically just, build a deck and kind of like just make some revisions and then go into the games. But with this deck specifically, I just built a first draft. I started playing some games. I started just getting annihilated because, again, at first I didn't have some of these cards in it, and then I didn't have any Storm's Wraths. And then from there, I kind of just made some small changes, added some ramp, and I feel like after we won one game so far with this version, but I was really happy with how we won. It just seems really powerful with Terror of the Peaks anyway. So I think we're going to run it as is here and see how we do. But, was a shout out, though, initially to Sir Mister for actually sending us the initial list. Their list had a lot more goblins in their deck, and their list had Cavalier of Flames. We did try Cavalier of Flames too as an enabler for haste, but I really just felt like, you know what, we're either going to just get lucky and hit Perforos, or we're just going to win with Terror of the Peaks, and we're just going to play all the clones at that point and see what we can do. I just did not want to play goblins, like the typical goblin deck. If we're going to play Muxus, we're going to have fun with it, and we're not going to be just, I would, just brainless goblin players, without again, we just want to have some fun. Just want to have some fun in the play queue. So, oh, and Wizards, fix this layering issue again. Why do the deck numbers do this whenever we scroll up? So, simple layering issue that you can fix. So please fix that. But yeah, let's hop into the games and see how we do with this draft of the deck. And I'm hoping that we have some pretty epic games and go to town like crazy. So, all right, let's hop in. See you guys soon. Well, not too sure about this deck. This deck is going to be pretty entertaining, to say the least. We're going to see what happens. Oh, not too sure. Well, we're going to keep this, all right? I'm going to let our opponent think we're on some kind of deck that they're on, right? Rogues, to be exact. They could be on blue-white flyers. Miscreant's played it's played in a lot of the flying decks. They have another one? Oh. What a great draw. Right? That never happens for us. We're gonna say our goblin friends, right? We came here to see some goblins. All right, probably get some stuff countered. Oh, favorable wins. So it is a cheap little flyers deck. All right, well, I don't see this being countered. Could throw out a pirate. Yep. Hit us for 6. Well, we're gonna block there. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. No, they actually had a lofty denial there. Well, that's unfortunate. We're not attacking. If we attack, we lose. Oh, we go to 2. Take action. No attacks. Well, we're doing what we can do, right? Wow. Wow. This we did not get to Muxus. I did not actually expect to win that game. When we slammed down that Goblin matron, it didn't get, there was no pause, so no counterspell, so we just had to basically kill that. With 3 creatures, they're able to hit us for lethal. But okay, that's a good way to start this video. Good way to start this off. Next game. Well, back to hydrating. Game 2. Maybe we'll get to pull off some crazy Muxus shenanigans. Who knows, though? Who knows? We go first. I mean, we're gonna keep. We have all the steam vents. Really depends on what they're playing, right? Pelt collector should be fine, right? So we do get to Goblin matron and go get us some Muxus. Scavenging ooze seems fine. So I do think we're obviously going to take a turn off to so, you know, they're trying to figure out, why is this person playing blue in a Muxus deck, right? Like, what kind of bad draw is this person on? It doesn't matter. We're gonna block one of those. All right. Well, I do kind of want to get greedy, but we have to just wipe the board there. We have to do it. Really need an Arcane Adaptation in the land, and then we could just start going peak craziness. So they can only grow that up to a 4 right now. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I guess they have like a giant growth effect or something. That's kind of bad, but gain that life while you can. You have degraveyarded us. Degraveyarded us. Is that a word? Degraveyarded? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Ride Malkin. Well, I mean, we just legitimately can't play Muxus right now, because the only cards we're gonna hit are gonna be Muxus or our Goblin matrons. So, well, yep. Get in for 4. No blocks, my friend. No blocks. Be gentle. Holy smokes. Holy shnikes, right? Yes, we kill that. And I guess we're jump blocking this little kitty. I have a feeling they just drew another one, right? Oh my god. How do these things always happen in twos? Holy crap. Oh my god. Of course, like top of the deck just rewards them invigorating surges all day long. All day long. Empty-handed. All right, well, that if we're going to lose, that is a hysterical way to lose. All right, well. All right, on to the next game. Oh my gosh, we just lost the giant little kitty cat. Or the little giant kitty cat. Holy 16 crazy trample Batman, whatever it was. Frank the Tank. All right, we'll keep this. This is an interesting hand. You're playing colorless? Turn one is a hard decision, right? Here we go. They could think we're also on like a teamer, like some kind of teamer plan when they see the Spire Buff Canal, but little do they know we are on the memes for dreams plan. Yep. Okay. Goodbye, Mind Stone. I'll take Thassa. Take our one of Thassa. Or Muxus. Just don't take Mind Stone. Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, they sputtered out on 3 land. Alright, up to 4. Oh, well, we drew... Okay. Right, perfect, right? Perfect. Goblin. I just need an untapped land. Untapped land. Will it resolve? Oh, it resolves. Yep, this one, please. I'll choose this one. Do we want to go searching? I'll take action with 1. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna get all the Muxuses. This is great. This deck is amazing. Wow, Frank the Tank. Having none of this. Having none of the memery. We get to go search again. We get to go hit again. Oh, man. This is great. They didn't even get to see the Terror of the Peaks. Oh, my gosh. All right, well. Oh, it's been a while since I've had this much fun playing a deck. Oh, we're only 3 games in. All right. Let's go. Oh, this deck. Oh, this deck. It's just funny, like, you can just get so frustrated at this game, right? But then at the same time, you just find something that just really just gets you chuckling and having a good time. That's really what brings me back, right? Just there's just so many different ways to have fun in this deck, or not with this deck specifically. Game. Oh, I forgot to change to our dragon friend again. Let's do it to it. Let's show them we're playing blue. They're playing... no, that's not what I would have said. Maybe they're playing Jund. Maybe Naya. Nobody really ever plays Naya, right? I guess this pathway is coming down as a red pathway. That way we can have some double color mana. They're just definitely on the Gruul plan. Okay, we taking 2? We are taking 2. Alright, well that's gonna come down as a land. That way we actually get to start casting things next turn. Because if we played the pathway first, and we don't draw land, and then potentially we just don't get to do anything next turn. Which is pretty awkward in a deck with so many high mana casting costs. We'll just go ahead and unslam this. So I wonder what the right... How does this happen, right? What order does this happen? I'm not gonna block. And if you want to use your turn playing an Embercleave, that's fine. Yep. Because we are going to potentially... Alright, well let's kill that first. And we're gonna block the Scavenging Ooze. I mean, it'd rather be Muxusing, right? But sometimes she's gonna throw down these giant dragons and start swinging in. Yeah, if they attack there, you know, obviously we block. They're able to kill it with either the Embercleave or by stomping it, and I really felt like they probably had a stomp. That attack was really pretty, like, it was like a versatile play for them just because they had 2 different options. I'm sure they had a stomp in their hand. But either way, I mean, felt like we were in a pretty good spot. They were off to a pretty slow start with their deck, so. All right, next game. All right. That's oh, let's just keep this going, right? Let's just keep it going. Exaraf. That's an interesting name. I wonder why people don't necessarily like punctuate their names. Oh. Grixis. What kind of Grixis deck are you on over there, my friend? God bless America. Oh, okay. Okay. We can live with that, right? We can live with that. Nikki B, what are you doing, Nikki B? I guess we're gonna get rid of this. Don't have any more thought erasures, right? All right, let's start trying to draw out some counter spells. So the good thing about Perforos is we can actually just put him onto the battlefield for 3 mana? We don't even have to cast him. It seems pretty good. No! Oh, don't leave us. Oh my gosh. Xraf, what were you doing? Oh. Yeah, getting around counterspells is really good with Perforos. And we were going to copy the Muxus this turn as well. So... Alright, well, we kind of got to do the Muxus thing this game. So that's sweet. And we got our opponent to Super Scoop. They essentially take an attack for... Let's see, everything's a goblin. Everything has haste. So 4, 5, 6. This is assuming we don't play Glasspool Mimic, right? So 4, 5, 6, 13, 18. That's actually exact lethal. Oh, perfect. All right, next game. I guess they didn't have any kind of like Bedevils or anything in their hand to kill anything. Vraska's Contempts. But yeah. That was a sweet one, you know, one turn kill, I guess. But I want to see Muxus throw like our whole deck into play, right? And just deal all the damage with Terror of the Peaks. Let's go first. Let's go first. I called it dibs. Nailed it. Oh. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep. All right, mono blue. Yep, mono blue. Here it comes. Get these counter spells out of the way. Oh, let it hit. He's probably got a Brazen Borrower in his hand. He can petty theft that. Nope. Okay. Do it again. Gotta have 2 now. Yeah, I mean, we're forcing you to play cards. Right? And Curious Obsession, no attacks. Really? Oh, what are you... What is this? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna block. Okay. Start getting some of these counter spells out. Or not. Interesting. Maybe they only have Spell Pierce. And I'm still like blown away by what this Blitz Leech is, right? They don't have any black mana potentially? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to get a counterspell out of their hand. Interesting. They only have like flash tricks. Oh, there's a black mana. There's a black mana. This is just like a budget. I'm blocking. Okay. Yeah, I was pretty confused by that. Oh, don't concede, Saccoman. Oh, come on. We were just about to cast Muxus. We were just about to cast the Muxus. Oh, man. Next time we gotta slam it faster. I mean, this is the final boss already, and we have yet to go crazy. Jinx is going crazy up behind us. He is up on the counter. Jinx, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? What you doing? What are you doing? Come here. You gonna come say hi to everybody? Come on. Come on. Ooh, we get to go first. Not too thrilled about going against the Luris deck, though. Don't stare at me like that, Jinx. Just come over here. Just come over here. Alright, so they're probably on the Rakdos version. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. So bad news is they're going to Thoughtseize us twice this turn. Good news is we basically have the cards in play that we need. Hey, what's up, Persephone? Yeah? Alright, so what do they take here? Probably Terror of the Peaks, right? Or Demanding Dragon. I don't imagine they take a Spark Double. I think I would have taken a Demanding Dragon there, just to be 100% honest. So let's draw a land. Let's draw a land. You are not a land. And I can't copy anything. So a land there, we just like... I think we're on the plan to victory pretty quick. Demanding Dragon, they sack this Citrus Supplier. Are they going to Thoughtseize us twice again this turn? Oh, okay. Okay. We take 2. Alright, let's do it to it. These 5 drops cannot be... Okay. It can't be fatal pushed, which is good. They're hitting pretty good here, right? 3. I think we Spark Double. I think we have to ignore... I think we have to ignore actually playing this because I don't want them just to sack a Stitcher Supplier and potentially get something really good. So, all right, well, we won that game. And I feel like let's get in one more final boss. Let's get it. Let's summon the ultimate final boss. Let's do it. One more game, guys. One more game. These have been really short games. Time for the ultimate final boss, everyone. We're going to do it. Muxus or bust. Muxus or bust. Let's go. Let's go first also. I call dibs. Dibs, Arena. Dibs. Dibs on first. No, I call dibs. I call dibs, Arena. How good is this hand? Probably not. We draw land, though. We do get to copy. We go 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw, like, land... Mind Stone. Probably pretty good. Oh, that's really good too. Target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1. Okay, well, we are drawing lands, which is great. Great news. They are playing all of the creatures. The potential issue with a deck like this, though, is if we resolve a Storm's Wrath, they might just concede, right? Which is not something that we necessarily want to happen. Yep, that just makes all of our creatures goblins. Okay. So good news is we didn't take any extra damage there. Don't do it. Please play it out. Please play it out. We're doing fun things. We're going to play Perforos next turn. Now, you know what? And if you attack, I'm going to block. Okay, well, you're casting things, which is good. Oh, there we go. They're playing things. They're playing things. Oh, let's do it. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? Are we ready? Come on, deck. Go crazy. Oh, that's it? This thing. Absolutely take action. No attacks. No attacks. I want to scare him off, right? I want to go crazy with Muxus. Oh, don't rope us. Oh, they got something that targets the graveyard? Is it a Find Finality? Or is it a Blood for Bones? Oh, they're going to gain life. Okay. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do it again. There we go. Good blocker. I'm gonna block. Again, normally I would not block, right? I just want to be able to do things. Let's go. Let's go. We're copying. We're copying. Oh, Lord. Decline. Muxus. Copy. Oh, man. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh. Look at all these triggers. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Look at that. We had another Terror of the Peaks. All of the Goblin Matrons in play. We had all of the Muxuses in play. Holy moly. That's a sweet turn right there, right? That is a great way to end the ultimate final boss. Thank you for allowing us to go crazy. And yes, we played into you a little bit so you wouldn't concede. But it was still fun. All right, let's talk about this guy. All right, everybody, welcome back to the wrap up. And that was a bunch of fun. We somehow managed to go 7-1, and we did get the ultimate final boss, whatever you want to call that 8th battle. We had a bunch of really fast games. Our games were super fast. Some of the games didn't even last 3 minutes, but we kind of filled in that gap just by talking about the board state and what was going on. And again, though, this deck is decent. It's not anything you're probably going to hit Mythic with. It's a lot of fun to play. Doing Muxus things in a non-traditional Muxus deck is fun. Muxus is really busted. Again, this kind of shows you the ridiculousness of how Muxus can be. You know, obviously it's a lot easier when you don't have to rely on cards like Arcane Adaptation whenever you're just naturally hitting goblins. But if you really think about it, Muxus probably shouldn't say all goblin cards that cost 5 or less. It should probably just be like total mana cost 5 or less. That way you're not throwing in, 5 or 6 goblins in play all at once. I think that could help balance it. But, I just don't think, my opinion on that is just Jumpstart should not be in Arena at all. Don't really think so. I think it was just a money grab to see how it would do. And I really think it really may have potentially just broken Historic and what it could have been. We'll never know because it's already in here. But yeah, there's still so many cards in Jumpstart that I want to craft. I just don't have the wild cards for. And when are we going to be able to play Jumpstart again? So come on, Wizards, let's have some more Jumpstart events. But yeah, Terror of the Peaks is really busted. That's how we were able to win the majority of our games without even playing Muxus. We just drop Terror of the Peaks, start cloning them, and then, yeah, that's all she wrote. But yeah, I don't think Thassa needs to be in this deck. It really is just in here as a one-of. We were trying it out. If I were to rebuild this deck, I would obviously take out Thassa. I do like Perforos. I do think it was actually pretty decent in this deck, even though it's a one-of. So maybe Thassa becomes a second Perforos. Or maybe we just add an additional clone effect at that point. Maybe we drop one Storm's Wrath or maybe another Demanding Dragon. But there's a few different directions I feel like we could go in here. But again, Goblin Matroning for any creature in our deck is pretty good. So yeah, Muxus is still stupid even in a fun deck. So I mean, who would have guessed it, right? Who would have guessed it? But yeah, again, if you enjoyed this deck and you enjoy the channel, please, all I can ask, like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below, the Discord link, the Twitch link, the Patreon link, anything you want to do in regards to what I just mentioned, please do so. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, I hope everybody is still staying safe, and we will see you all next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.